Okay, so I made a cyberpunk-ish city and introduce you guys how to use the random field to plug a random number to the field so we can get a different height. It's relatively good if you look at here, but as you guys can see in my previous video, it's got like a pretty computational intensive at some point, and I'm flickering. That means that my computer can't handle this like a VRAM model on my face, and this is a recording process. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to fix that, as well as introduce guys a new concept called instance, and why we need instance, why we can't just make a cube, like change the shape, like duplicate it, and then like change the shape and duplicate it, and then select everything and duplicate it, or something like that. I did that previously when I create a like a girl, like a grid pencil, like animation, like jump from the buildings. I made that, but on hindsight, when I learned geometry node, I think that's not a good way of doing things, because this can get pretty messy pretty quickly, and it can get pretty computational intensive at some point. So what I'm going to do is to, using the geometry node to solve that. So let's just, I'm going to delete this cube because it's too much computational intensive. So I got to, just recreate this. Okay. You don't need to do anything when you like initially setting a specific object. For example, you can select plane for this. Doesn't really matter, because if you select this plane, you add this new, you can always change it. So the group input, you can always change that, because this geometry node, like a modifier, will take the priority. So what I'm going to do is to create a mesh primitive. Let's use grid for now, because like a grid is like a really simple one. And if you look at here, we got this like a plane, okay, but it's a grid. And by the way, you can increase the size, okay. I believe that we already covered that earlier. So I'm going to increase that 10 by 10, and more importantly, I'm going to increase the vertices 10 by 10, okay. So as you can see, we got like vertices of 100, because 10 times 10 equals to 100. Okay, so if you look at here, we already got a lot of the points, but you can't see it. So how to quickly see it? Pretty simple. I'm going to make an instance on every point that I have. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to search for instance. Okay, we got like instance on point. Yeah, instance on point, not 2 point. Okay, so if I do that, you got the mesh to that specific point. So mesh will provide point information. So I got like a different vertices, so I got like 100 points information put here. But instead of like creating 100 objects that with different 100 data attached to that different object, we're going to just choose one instance for it. So just a link, like we got like 100 points, but every point just a link to that specific data, and we call that instance. It's a very, very common like a programming concept, and things is like a Blender rather in programming languages. I think it's Python. So yeah, we sort of inherit that jargon into here. So what I'm going to do is to plug a specific instance. I'm going to use the mesh and the primitive. Let's use the cube again. Okay, let's just get the cube and put the mesh to the instance. So as you guys can see, we got like pretty much a lot of instance, and ironically, it's just a 1. So the vertices is 1, so it kind of like take the approximately the space. But you can always do something more by decrease this. Okay, you can decrease the x and y axis, so you got more space in between. You can just increase the z axis. Okay, so you can get like a height. Okay, so far so good. And of course you can randomize things as well. And the interesting about this is that you can control the like the in between rather than using the previous the height make it like a low to the ground level, so it got like a gap. You can do something like this, and you will create things naturally. So remember that last time I talked about the random value, and if you look at here, we can change the scale, okay? And you can change the scale to like a different scale to it. So what I'm going to do is to add a random value to it, and here I am going to change by adding a random, okay? Utility random value. You can plug that specific value to the scale, okay? So as you guys can see, we got like a different height. So if you like carve some of the thing out, you can get some of the value like this. Pretty good. And I believe the like minimum needs to be changed a little bit. So maybe like a 0.5, and max will be maybe 2, something like that. So you got like a more changing in the height. So I can get some of the layout like this. Okay, this looks pretty good. I believe it's like a too dense right now. So I'm going to maybe decrease this a little bit and decrease the cube size a little bit. Okay, so I can get this more not so condensed feeling, and we definitely got some of gap in between. And I believe I can change like the size here. So if I using grease pencil for a specific thing, something like that, I would just choose like this. Of course, it's not great for now. That's because we haven't like randomized everything. So if you like look at the bird view, okay, it's just the same thing that it got like big and small, just scale it. It does not like randomize every instance's shape. That's what I'm going to do in a later video. Okay, so right now you can already use this, and if you like apply this, I'm going to just show you the results here. So if you apply this and you use the shader that we made earlier, the hologram shader, just plug in this holo here, and let's see the rendered results. Okay, I believe I need to like apply this geometry node first. Apply it, or you can add this material. Okay, material, set material, just add this here, so you don't need to actually apply this. Okay, so yeah, let's get rid of this. Okay, so we got this this filling, and I'm going to add in a little bit light to the background so you guys can see what's going on. So got this sort of feeling. Okay, this is definitely much better than like everything that condensed together. Of course, things I do that live. Okay, you can you can in your spare time you can just make like different sides here and there. Yeah, just to make it, you can even add rotation. You need this type of rotation, maybe that rotation, something like that. Okay, or you choose a different camera angle. Okay, so yeah, that's all about the this video. Just use instance and points using a reference thing and make that. So yeah, let me just try one thing more. Okay, so instead of using grid, you can use all thing that can provide points. Okay, so I'm going to mesh. Got the primitive. Let's use something crazy like the mesh, like UV sphere. Like let's just use UV sphere. Oh my gosh, that's UV sphere do have some of the points here, and I'm going to, instead of using this, let's just go back to this UV sphere. Okay, we got a random value. Instead of just using random value, just got it here and got this mesh as an instance. Oh my god. So Okay, every okay, maybe not UV sphere. Let's choose another one. Okay, it's just I'm right now just experiments. I'm not going to get everything correct the first time I try. So maybe like a grid cube. Cube do have a lot of it. Okay, let's use cube as a point, and then use cube as a instance. Okay, so cube got like a 5 here, and you can like increase the vertices. Okay, I think it's just overlap together, so you need to make it more outside, something like that. And of course, yeah, why not to use the I'm a little bit confused. The UV sphere should work. Okay, so got like a point. Maybe I need to increase the radius. Oh, that's the reason why I got like a too much of the height of the instance. So I'm going to change the instance as well. So the instance is a cube that got too high. Okay, I'm going to make it just a 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so yeah, that's right. We got like a UV sphere. UV sphere got a lot of points. Okay, and I just I can increase the segment, so you just get more points or less. That really depends on you. Okay, if you're aiming for that style, that's your style. And you can choose the radius, ring, how many rows. I can change the radius. Okay, I believe I can even use this as some sort of animation, like a bomb, 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 something like that, or even something like this. Okay, segment, something like that. And you can change the instance of, for example, if you don't want a cube, you can add in a maybe like a column, something like that. Okay, I can do this as well. So yeah, I already can see the potential in this. It's kind of like a machine gun. You can like decrease that. You don't need to be too poly, but I can make it really sharp. Okay, like a really sharp radius button. Let me just make it something like this. Oh my gosh, that's good. I can increase the UV sphere by I believe I can just go to layout mode, just change this whole holdout shape completely, scale it z-axis. Okay, do something like this. Front view, rotate 19 degrees. Okay, so I got some sort of like a weapon. Oh my gosh, very interesting, very interesting. And I can like play all this sort of animation. It's really interesting, even beautiful in a sense. Okay, so that's really depends on your style. Okay, I got a like cyberpunkish sort of I don't know, maybe a totem, something like that. It really depends on your story. Okay, as you guys can see, when I change the color or I change the background, something like that, you can get a really interesting feeling. Okay. Okay, so I will stop wasting your time. Just I experiment a lot and trying to find inspirations, and this channel is like a place, like a safe place for me to share my thoughts with you guys. Some people like it, some people hate it. Doesn't really matter. It's just I just want to be completely honest and share everything I have. That's what's going on in my head and with you guys. Okay, happy creating. That's amazing thing about human mind. We can create. We can try all sort of things. Okay, don't forget to give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Alright, bye.